ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
This is your first look at sports. I'm Jonathan Benson. The Caribbean Amateur Golf Championships are underway in St. Thomas. Our men's Herman Cup team of Lucas Echeverry, Thomas Bethel, Benjamin Davis, Asif Robinson, and Devon Robinson, they shot a combined 37 over 317, which places them 7th in the 9-team field after one round. Our ladies team, Vanicia Roll and Nasia Robinson, they're currently 5th in the 8-team field, vying for the George Teal Trophy. They opened with a 31 over par 171. As of the last posting, our men's mid-amateur team of Peter and Devon McIntosh, they sat 5th in the race for the Ramon Baez Trophy. They were at even par through 5 holes. Now, no scores have been posted yet for the Higgs and Higgs Super Seniors or the Francis and Steele Perkins Seniors. Vernon Wells and Ozzie Moore, they are contesting the Super Senior category, while we could tell you Paul Bowe, he is going with the seniors with George Swan. Well, a big upset taking place during the opening weekend. The Bahamas Basketball Federation's Summer of Thunder Series. For the first time in the history of the tournament, a local team was able to overcome a visiting college team. The Commonwealth Bank Giants down the Manhattan Jaspers 88-82 in come-from-behind fashion. They were down 14 points at halftime. Now, tournament action is continuing as we speak. The Maryland Terrapins, who are without the services of Bahamian Shaquille Clear, they're playing the Bahamian All-Stars in the opening game of a doubleheader. That will be followed by the Auburn Tigers and the Real Deal Shockers. Well, the Province Old-Timer Softball Association hosting a triple-header yesterday to celebrate the Emancipation Day holiday. Doc Stallions won the opener over the BTC Vibes 18-11. The Crusaders also victorious by an identical 18-11 scoreline over the AGC Builders. As for the final game of the day, that went in favor of Du Bois 27-12 over the Dosa Pros. It came down to the last minute, but the B3As secured the necessary funds in order to send our 38-member contingent to the IAAF World Track and Field Championships in Russia. President Mike Sands explains why they were put in such a predicament.
Bear in mind now, we had 3 major teams that traveled so far this year, and even though we hosted Crafty here, there was an expense to us still. And so we spent, I'd say, almost $200,000 or thereabouts already on teams travel, and so it wasn't a question of not getting the funds in time. Funding is an ongoing issue with our federation. We're operating a major organization where we depend on corporate Bahamas and citizens and the government to a great extent, and we recognize that there's a tight economy, and at the end of the day, persons look at where they're going to prioritize, and unfortunately, our program was not a priority for a number of persons, and so funding got cut back to a great extent, but we are satisfied at this juncture that we're able to have all our teams travel, and we're still hopeful that all the teams will be able to travel for the rest of the year.
Well, the B3A is awarding more than 20 deserving student athletes during its All-Merit Scholar Awards last week at Government House, and President of the Coaches Association, Curtis Pride, was elated to praise the recipients for their accomplishments.
As coaches, we get to see how proud you are whenever you set a personal record on the track and on the field. You wear your medals proudly, walking around with confidence and big, bright smiles. We want to see the same tonight and hereafter. We encourage you to showcase your academic success just as much as the athletic ones. You deserve to be recognized and to be proud.
Well, the Bahamas Bodybuilding and Fitness Federation is getting ready to send a team to the CAC Championships next month in the Dominican Republic. And according to President Danny Sumner, this trip will cost them between $15,000 and $25,000. That will
include accommodation, travel arrangement, and food and so forth like that. It's very expensive, you know. In addition to that, once we get over there, these athletes have to train like for a day or two. So I'll have to find a training facility to make sure that they properly groom, properly prepared. You know, we're dealing with a bikini where the girls have to have good facial look, and all these things have to come into place.
Well, the Bahamas Basketball Federation just concluded another successful international coaches clinic. NBA Hall of Famer turned coach Alex English was one of the visiting instructors, but this was by no means his first trip to the Bahamas.
I came here many years ago. There was a gentleman that played in the NBA, Michael Thompson, who's from here. And he had a baseball, a softball, a charity game. And I came to play in the charity game and had a great time here. And that's a long time ago. And this is my first chance to get back to the Bahamas, and I see all of the progress you've made.
Now, in addition to the coaching clinic, the BBF is also underway with its Summer of Thunder series at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. And according to Director of International Competition Sean Bastian, they're hoping to build more facilities in order to attract similar tournaments to our shores.
I had a potential scout here who really want to build a gymnasium or go into an agreement or partnership with building a gymnasium here, because he sees the potential of sports growing here, more particularly basketball. And he's very happy. He went back and he's working on some things. Hopefully in the near future he can come back to me and say, Sean, this is how we can do it. And even with the Bahama project coming on board, it will be so nice if they could put a gymnasium in there. So sports tourism, these megastar hotels, they see the picture. They know when a tourist come, they know they're only coming for the sun, sand, and sea, but they're coming for the sporting aspect of it.
Well, the police summer camp hosting its annual basketball tournament last week at the AF Idley Gym. And according to Press Liaison Officer Inspector Kristen Skippings, events like these could not be put on without the support of corporate Bahamas.
We're very, very grateful for the partnership that Caribbean Bottling Company, in particular Sprite, has done with us this year, in that they've consistently sponsored the basketball tournament over the years that's aimed to keep our young boys off of the streets for 6 weeks. The summer program commences every year during the first Monday in July, and it runs for 6 weeks.
We are a company, of course, that is very happy and very built on youth, building the youth in the nation, and this being the 20th anniversary of the Royal Bahamas Police Force. This is the summer youth program.
This year, Sprite has stepped up their awards in that they've provided not only iPods and bags and cases of sodas for the players, but they have also provided gift certificates for the young boys so that they'll be able to go into some of the local shops in New Providence and purchase a tennis of their choice.
Well, after a busy holiday weekend full of sailing, regatta consultant, the Reverend Dr. Philip McPhee, is looking to make a trip to the nation's second city in hopes, that is, of pulling off a regatta there by the end of the month, and he sees no reason why that can't happen.
Grand Bahama offers so much. The boatyard itself ought to be able to sponsor a major regatta. When we drove through the area of the boatyard, the other areas where they do the kind of boat working, those places are making money. Now, a lot of people are saying Grand Bahamas is doing so, not as they should. That might be true. But I'm saying to you that Grand Bahama could do more for regattas than they have been doing. And I'm not blaming them. It's just making preparation and doing what is needed to alert people, bring them up to date. Because many people find out about Grand Bahama Regatta when it's over. But if you go there, spend some time advertising, talking about it, showing it on TV, speaking on different radios, meeting with people, town meeting, giving it back to the people so they could feel a part of it, knowing that they can make money to help themselves. And I'm not just talking about a corpus. I'm talking about thousands of dollars that we could leave on a weekend in Grand Bahama if it's well put together.
Well, plans are continuing to come together for the Visit of Sports World Ministries later on in the year. During that time, youngsters will be able to interact with former pro athletes who they've only seen on television. And according to Director of Youth Darren Turnquest, with this visit taking place in the month of October, more time can be spent on the issues at hand.
September is when you're transitioning in. Kids are still getting the uniform set up. October is when you're just getting a little more relaxed. Teachers are a little bit off the edge. And then November, they're preparing for exams, which are going to be taking place in December. So October is a wonderful month. It's coming off of the summer. They've come down from the summer high, and now they need something else to get them more excited before they hit that exam period.
And that will do it for sports. But stay tuned. There's more to come after the break.
This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.